Hello everyone, welcome to Gate Academy. Why uniform air gap is provided in DC machine? That means a uniform air gap between stator and rotor. Let a two-pole DC machine in which one conductor is placed on the rotor. Now, if rotor is rotating like this, first of all the conductor experiencing the inward flux when it is in front of the north, and when the rotor rotates after half cycle, the conductor experiences the outward flux under the south pole. So when it is rotating, it experiences plus phi, minus phi, plus phi, minus phi. So the B wave experienced by the conductor is alternating positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Induced EMF is directly proportional to magnetic flux density. So the induced EMF, that is the waveform of the induced EMF of the coil, is also alternating. If uniform air gap is provided between stator and rotor, so the reluctance offered to the flux is also constant. If reluctance offered to the flux is constant, so the phi remains constant. That means when the conductor is under north pole or south pole, reluctance remains constant, flux remains constant. So the B wave or phi wave remains constant, but it is alternating. The voltage induced in the coil of the armature is AC, like this, that is alternating. But with the help of the commutator and carbon brush, this AC is converted into DC with the help of the commutator and carbon brush. That's why commutator is known as mechanical rectifier. It converts AC into DC. So it makes the current unidirectional. What should be the output of the DC generator? The output of the DC generator should be DC. DC, that means pure DC without ripples. But the output of the DC generator at the brushes is not pure DC. It contains DCs as well as ripples. If uniform air gap is provided, the waveform is more closer to DC. There is less ripples. If non-uniform air gap is provided, if there is a non-uniform air gap, so we will get this sinusoidal waveform. With the help of the commutator and carbon brush, it makes it unidirectional. But in comparison to flat top wave, the sinusoidal waveform is also DC, but it contains more ripples in comparison to flat top. That's why in DC machine we use uniform air gap, so get more DC and less ripples. Thank you so much.